Okay, so I did a video yesterday, and at the end of it, I knew there was something else that I wanted to say. I couldn't think of what it was. And then, of course, as soon as I hit stop, I remembered. Um, but I think that the what I wanted to talk about, I think, is really important, not only for the concept that I was talking about in that video, but I think it really applies to any area of life that we're trying to improve, any new habit that we're trying to form, or any way that we're trying to change ourselves or change the way that we are being. So the video that I was talking about, or the video that I did yesterday, was a concept about relationships. And you can go back and watch the video if you didn't see it. But basically, instead of looking at your relation or your relationship with your significant other as a 50-50, instead look at it as a 100% 0%. So you focus on you and what you're responsible and what you bring to the relationship, and you allow your partner to focus on what they bring to the relationship. And so here's what I left out of that video. When you are trying to make a change, I think this is so important. You have to give yourself permission to fail. You've got to give yourself some grace. You're trying something new, which means you're not used to doing it. We have habits. We have ways of being that, like, literally neural pathways in our brains are formed to be a certain way, and we're trying to change that. So we're changing the wiring in our brain. And just because we have all the intentions to make this change and show up differently, it doesn't mean that we're going to, and that's okay. The problem is we think that when we set a goal, we think that when we're excited about trying something new, that we should just be able to do it. And we're setting ourselves up for failure. And when we do fail, we typically don't like that feeling. We don't enjoy negative emotions, and failure is a negative emotion. So what can happen is you decide you're going to be this new way, you're going to start this new habit, you go out, you have some success, and then you fail. So you get up back on the horse, you do it again, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, maybe you fail again. And eventually we get sick of failing, so we stop doing it. And then the next time that we want to try another new change, that fear of failure, that fear of that negative feeling can creep in, and we can just, kind of play life a little bit smaller. So the whole point of this is allow yourself to fail. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say something that it probably isn't going to sound very good. And that is, expect failure. I mean, it's probably going to happen. So just expect it. And let me say this a better way. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard me say this before. Focus on the process. Set your intention that you're gonna be this new way, and figure out what you have to do on a regular, maybe daily basis to make this a reality, and put all of your attention and focus on that. And then just accept whatever happens. Give up the expectation that it's going to work. Because if you just keep trying, it will eventually work. The only way to fail at something is to stop trying. So just put all of your attention on the system or the process or whatever it is that you're going to do, and take your focus off of the result. And that's kind of opposite than what we normally do. We normally put our focus on the end goal. So give that a try. You really got to give yourself grace. We have enough failure in our life already. We have enough shame that we deal with. don't create more.